ENGRID Genio Group has devised a unique learning system of ENGRID error codes. We classify errors in different specific types. When students make mistakes, we tell them which kinds of mistakes they have made so that they can be more aware next time.
Today we will talk about error type 4. Error type 4 is mistake as to sentence structure. This includes incomplete sentence. Incomplete sentence is very fragmented and unclear in meaning. For instance, because I am smart will seem incomplete in meaning. It is suggested that students can add a clause in front of this sentence, like, I finished my exams with flying colors because I am smart, or simply, it is because I am smart. Sometimes students write redundant sentences or parts. For instance, they write, there are many people here are protesters. I guess it is because they directly translate the Chinese phrase, 呢度有好多都係示威人士 into English. Think English. It is actually perfectly fine if you write, there are many protesters. The meaning is clear enough without any deviation in meaning from the original one. Run-ons refer to two or more independent clauses being joined without appropriate punctuation. For instance, let's have two independent sentences. I love my father, and he is chubby. Sometimes students will write, I love my father, he is chubby. Actually, students can correct their mistakes by changing the comma into a full stop. Conjunctions are words that connect to dependent clauses. They are independent in the sense that they complete each other's meanings, but students often misuse them. For instance, students often write although, but sentences, without realizing that these two are exactly the same in meaning. Using them at the same time will result in redundancy. Using any one of them is already enough. Embedded questions literally means questions embedded in a sentence. For instance, I don't know something, and that something may be a question, asking, how should I get along with my friends? Students, however, combine the two sentences directly. I don't know how should I get along with my friends. This is wrong. The sequence of the modal verb and subject should be changed. The correction would be, I don't know how I should get along with my friends. Relative clauses give additional information to a clause. It connects two clauses in which one of them is auxiliary in meaning. When relative clauses are used, some words can be omitted. For example, the dog that he bought it has died is wrong in meaning, because the it has been duplicated. In fact, the that he bought clause is inserted into the sentence in its normal course, so it is perfectly fine to regard the sentence as the dog has died. Punctuation refers to the use of spaces, signs and so on to denote sentences' ending and continuance. Appropriate punctuation is required. For example, the sentence I win, however I am not happy uses the wrong comma. The two sentences are independent in meaning, so a full stop should be used to separate the two sentences. Word sequence refers to the order of words. A striking example would be, he writes very well English. The correction should be, he writes English very well. Our mobile coaching service fully utilizes the social mobile application WhatsApp. Users are required to type short essays of around 100 words. The coaches correct their grammatical mistakes by inserting a number emoticon after the mistake. For type 4 mistake, a for emoticon will be placed after the mistake. Below are some trivial examples. Can you point out where the for should be inserted to indicate a commission of type 4 error? Let us deal with these questions one by one. The reason why I study philosophy is that I would like to know more about who am I. Do you see anything strange? The word about should be followed with a noun phrase instead of a question. The phrase who I am is a noun phrase, while who am I is a question. Therefore, a for emoticon should be added after I to indicate that an embedded question error was committed. My aunt, who was a doctor, was widowed. The word widowed is a verb. Neglecting the relative clause of who was a doctor, which is additional in meaning, the correct sentence should be, my aunt widowed instead of my aunt was widowed. Therefore, a for emoticon should be added after was. I understand that the success our team is celebrating now very much depends on Michelle's effort. We use the phrase very much to indicate intensity of an action, and the phrase should be added at the end of the sentence. Therefore, the error of word sequence has been committed. We add a for emoticon after very much. Join our service. Hand in your work. We give specific comments on your work so that you can improve your English.